As WENY News told you last week, the remains of a Korean War veteran were identified recently as U.S. Army Corporal William H. Smith from Hornell. Corporal Smith went missing in action after a battle in Korea in 1950. Today, his remains brought to a funeral home in Elmira. WENY's Cody Carlson was at the funeral home when those remains arrived and spoke to a relative today.
U.S. Army Corporal William H. Smith's remains were just identified 3 weeks ago by the Department of Defense. Earlier today, his remains were given a police and Patriot Guard escort from Syracuse to the Olthoff Funeral Home in Elmira.
He died 3 days before his 18th birthday. That's what's impacting me right now. That right here is a boy that gave his all for this country.
Corporal Smith's brother Raymond Smith has been searching for his brother since he went missing in action in 1950 during the Korean War. In the 1990s, North Korea gave boxes of soldier remains to the U.S. Raymond later gave DNA samples to the Department of Defense to see if they could find any matches. After almost 67 years, Raymond's big brother, Corporal William Smith, described by his niece as a person who stood up for underdogs, was finally identified.
My father, Raymond Smith, never gave up finding him. Uncle Bill was the big brother, my dad was the baby brother, and Uncle Bill always protected my dad. There was always a very special bond between the two.
Corporal Smith's remains arrived at Syracuse Hancock International Airport this morning. State police and a motorcycle crew of Patriot Guard riders gave him an escort to Elmira. Niece of Corporal Smith, Terry Smith, says the identification of her uncle has pulled the family together.
This really snapped us to our senses to forget the petty family arguments. Let's have a refreshed family in honor of Uncle Bill.
Corporal Smith will be laid to rest on Monday at 1 p.m. at the Forest Lawn Cemetery on Jerusalem Hill. From all of us at WENY, we would like to thank Corporal Smith for his service to our country and say, welcome home. Reporting in Elmira, Cody Carlson, WENY News.